Hi there, future scientists and math wizards. Welcome to Smile Road. I'm Sir M, and I created this channel just for you, senior high school students looking to make science and math easier, clearer, and yes, even more fun. On Smile Road, we explore exciting lessons in general science, solve real life problems in general mathematics, and learn how these subjects connect to the world around us, from floating boats to your monthly budget. Each meeting, I'll guide you through lessons using simple explanations, real life examples, and even a few challenges to keep your brain sharp. Whether you're reviewing for exams, catching up on class topics, or just curious about how the world works, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you won't miss any of our learning adventures here on Smile Road. So, are you ready to start this journey with me? Let's walk the road of knowledge with a smile. We will now be dealing with chemistry lesson number 3 for quarter 2 about chemistry, grade 11, general science. And this is about scientific discoveries, Pasteur's experiment against spontaneous generation, intended learning outcomes, ILOs. By the end of this lesson, grade 11 learners should be able to explain the historical belief in spontaneous generation and why it was widely accepted. Letter B. Describe Pasteur's swan neck flask experiment and its significance in disproving spontaneous generation. Letter C. Differentiate between spontaneous generation and biogenesis. Letter D. Appreciate the importance of Pasteur's discoveries in microbiology, medicine, and everyday life. Letter E. Relate Pasteur's contributions to modern scientific practices such as sterilization and disease prevention. For centuries, people believed in spontaneous generation, the idea that life could arise suddenly from non-living matter. For example, people thought that maggots came from rotting meat or mice came from files of dirty clothes and grain. However, not everyone agreed with this belief. Scientists like Francesco Redi, Lazzaro Espallanzi, and later Louis, uh, Louis Pasteur conducted experiments to challenge it. Pasteur's work became the final convincing evidence that life only comes from pre-existing life, leading to the foundation of the cell theory and modern microbiology. Pasteur's swan neck flask experiment. Louis Pasteur, a French scientist, designed an ingenious experiment in the mid 1880s to test spontaneous generation. A. The setup. Pasteur placed a nutrient-rich broth, the beef broth, inside long-carb swan neck flask. The special neck of the flask allowed air to enter, but trapped dust particles and microorganisms in the bend. Letter B. The observation. He boiled the broth to kill any existing microorganisms. Sterilization. The broth inside the swan neck plus remained clear and free of microorganisms for months. when the neck of the flask was broken, allowing dust and microbes to fall in, the broth quickly became cloudy with microbial growth. Letter C. The conclusion. Microorganisms did not spontaneously generate in the broth. Instead, they came from dust and microorganisms already present in the air. Therefore, life arises only from pre-existing life. Importance of Pasteur's discovery. Letter A. Disprove spontaneous generation. Pasteur provided the final evidence against spontaneous generation, ending a long scientific debate. Letter B. Foundation of biogenesis. His work supported the principle of biogenesis. Living things come only from other living things. Letter C. Advances in microbiology and medicine. Pasteur's findings led to the development of germ theory, which explains that microbes cause diseases. Letter D. Impact on modern science. His work influenced medical practices like sterilization, vaccination, and pasteurization, named after him, making food and medicine safer. Think of Pasteur experiments like this. A. Imagine leaving soup uncovered on the table. After a while, it spoils because microbes from the air fall in. Letter B. Now imagine putting soup in a container with a straw bent into a J shape. Air can get in, but the dust and germs get stuck in the carb. The soup stays clean. Letter C. That's exactly what Pasteur showed. The germs don't magically appear. They come from somewhere. Pasteur used a swan neck flask because it's long. Carved neck allowed air to enter but trapped dust and microorganisms in the vent. This meant that the broth inside the flask stayed free of microbes as long as the neck was not broken. This helped disprove spontaneous generation because it showed that microorganisms did not appear on their own from the broth. Instead, they only grew when microorganisms from the air could directly reach the broth. In simple terms, life comes from life, not from non-living things. If Pasteur had not boiled the broth before sealing it, would the results of his experiments still be the same? Why or why not? That's the first challenge question. If Pasteur had not boiled the broth, the results would not be the same. Boiling was important because it killed any microorganism that were already in the broth. Without boiling, those microorganisms would still be alive and would eventually grow even if the flask had a swan neck. This could give the false impression that life appeared spontaneously in the broth. So, boiling the broth ensured a clean starting point, proving that new microbial growth only happened when outside microorganisms from the air could reach the broth. In short, no, the results would not be the same because unboiled broth already contains microorganisms that would grow, making the experiment unreliable. Next challenging question. How does Pasteur experiment help us understand the importance of sterilization and preventing contamination in today's laboratories and hospitals. Pasteur's experiments showed that microorganisms come from other microorganisms, not from living matter, non-living matter. This discovery is very important in today's laboratories and hospital because it teaches us A. Sterilization is necessary. Just like Pasteur boiled the broth to kill any existing microbes, hospitals and labs sterilize surgical tools, laboratory equipment, and even medicines to make sure they are free from harmful microorganisms before use. Letter B. Preventing contamination protects people. The swan neck flask prevented airborne microorganisms from reaching the broth. In the same way, doctors and scientists use masks, gloves, and clean environments to stop germs from contaminating wounds, experiments, or medical procedures. Letter C. Foundation of Germ Theory and Modern Hygiene. Pasteur's work laid the groundwork for understanding that diseases are caused by microbes. This is why hand washing, using disinfectants, and maintaining sterile techniques are strictly followed today. Le Pasteur's experiment helps us understand that sterilization and contamination control are critical for preventing infections and ensuring accurate scientific results. MCQ for Chemistry Lesson 3 Scientific Discoveries, uh, Pasteur's experiment against spontaneous generation. Number 1. What is the main idea behind spontaneous generation? A. Life comes only from existing life. Letter B. Non-living matter can give rise to living organism. Letter C. Microorganisms cannot survive in air. Letter D. Life can exist without food and water. Number 2. Who conducted the famous swan neck flask experiment? Letter A. Robert Koch. Letter B. Louis Pasteur. Letter C. Francesco Redi. Letter D. Aristotle. Number 3. Why did Pasteur boil the broth in his flask? A. To add nutrients. B. To sterilize and kill any microorganisms present. Letter C. To make it taste better. Letter D. To prove that broth could not support life. Number 4. What is the unique feature of a swan neck flask? Letter A. It is completely sealed with a cork. Letter B. It has a carved neck that traps dust and microorganisms. Letter C. It is made of metal instead of glass. Letter D. It has no opening at all. So we will have the next part of this chem lesson number 3.